What if we could unlock the secrets of life millions of years ago? What if the echoes of our most ancient ancestors are still all around us, waiting to be heard? This isn't just a journey into the past, it's a journey into ourselves. By exploring humanity's deep, ancient roots, we can shed light on who we are today, how we got here, and what it truly means to be human. So, get ready to travel back in time, way back, as we uncover the incredible story of our existence. A story written in stone, earth, and the very DNA that makes you, you. Our story begins not with humans, but with the planet itself. Around 3.8 billion years ago, in a world of volcanic fury and primordial oceans, the first sparks of life ignited. These weren't complex creatures, or tiny single-celled organisms called prokaryotes, swimming in a chemical soup. Imagine deep-sea vents, spewing superheated, mineral-rich water, providing the perfect cradle for life to emerge. The atmosphere was toxic, almost unbreathable. But then, a miracle happened. Photosynthesis. Some of these tiny organisms learned to harness the power of the sun. They began to produce oxygen, slowly, over millions of years, transforming our planet's atmosphere and paving the way for every living thing that would follow. It was a silent revolution, a planetary terraforming project carried out by the smallest of pioneers. From these humble beginnings, the stage was set for an explosion of life, a drama that would unfold over eons for over 160 million years. One group of animals would dominate this newly oxygenated world like no other: the dinosaurs. Their reign began in the Triassic period, evolving from smaller reptiles into the giants we imagine today. During the Jurassic, behemoths like Brachiosaurus and predators like Allosaurus roamed vast fern-covered plains. Then came the Cretaceous, bringing with it the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex and the horned Triceratops. But while these giants battled for supremacy, something else was happening in the shadows. Small, furry creatures, our earliest mammal ancestors, were scurrying beneath their feet, surviving, adapting, and waiting. They were the underdogs of the ancient world. Then, 66 million years ago, the sky fell. A massive asteroid struck the Earth, triggering a global extinction event that wiped out the dinosaurs. It was a planetary catastrophe, but for our tiny ancestors, it was an opportunity. The age of reptiles was over. The age of reptiles was over. The age of mammals was about to begin with the giants gone. The world was wide open. Mammals, which had been living in the dinosaur's shadow, flourished. They exploded in diversity, evolving into a spectacular array of shapes and sizes. From the small, shrew-like creatures that survived the extinction, new branches of the evolutionary tree sprouted. Some returned to the water, becoming the ancestors of whales and dolphins. Others took to the plains, becoming grazers like horses and rhinos. And in the lush forests that grew in the wake of the cataclysm, a new type of mammal emerged: the primates. Climbing through the canopy, with grasping hands and forward-facing eyes, these early primates were our distant cousins. They were adapting to a life in the trees, a life that required intelligence, agility, and keen senses. It was in these ancient forests that the first crucial steps on the long road to humanity were taken. The story of our direct lineage begins around 6 million years ago in Africa, with the emergence of the first hominids. These weren't quite human, but they were no longer apes. A pivotal change was happening. Meet Australopithecus, famously represented by the fossil Lucy. They were the first of our ancestors to consistently walk upright on two legs bipedalism. This simple act of standing up freed their hands, opening a world of new possibilities. Millions of years later, Homo habilis, or handyman, appeared. As their name suggests, they were the first to craft and use stone tools, a massive leap in cognitive ability. This was the dawn of technology, and came Homo erectus, the upright man. Taller and with a larger brain, they harnessed one of the most powerful forces of nature: fire. With fire for warmth, protection, and cooking. Homo erectus became the first of our ancestors to venture out of Africa, spreading across Asia and Europe. Each species was a stepping stone, a crucial chapter in the epic of human evolution. But evolution isn't just about physical changes. It's also about the mind. As our ancestors' brains grew, so did their capacity for culture. This is where we see the first glimmers of what we recognize as humanity. Deep within caves in Europe and Asia, they left their mark. Stunning paintings of animals, stencils of their own hands. These weren't just decorations. They were stories, rituals, a way of understanding their world. At the same time, the foundations of language were being laid, allowing for complex communication, planning, and the sharing of knowledge from one generation to the next. They weren't just surviving anymore. They were creating communities. They developed sophisticated tool-making techniques and established the first organized settlements. They were building a shared reality, a culture that would become the cornerstone of human society. So how do we know all of this? Can we piece together a story that stretches back millions of years? The answer lies in two incredible keys to the past: fossils and DNA. Every fossil we unearth, from the near-complete skeleton of Lucy to the robust bones of a Neanderthal, is a snapshot in time. These remains tell us how our ancestors looked, how they moved, and even what they ate. They are the physical evidence of our evolutionary journey. But in the last few decades, we've unlocked an even more powerful tool: genetics. Your DNA is like a living history book. By comparing the genomes of people around the world, and even sequencing DNA from ancient remains, scientists can trace the great migrations of our species and pinpoint when different human groups diverged. The Human Genome Project, one of the greatest scientific achievements of our time, has completely reshaped our understanding of who we are and where we all come from. From a single cell in a primordial ocean to the complex beings we are today, our journey has been long and extraordinary. Understanding this deep, ancient ancestry does more than just satisfy our curiosity. It connects us. It shows us that despite our differences, we all share a common origin, a shared story written in the stars and the soil. The secrets of life millions of years ago aren't just about the past. They shape our present identity and remind us of our profound connection to this planet and every other form of life on it. We are the current chapter in an epic tale, the inheritors of an incredible legacy of survival, innovation, and wonder. What part of our ancient story fascinates you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into the secrets of our world.